Super Hits 104.9 WAXI Rockville, Clinton.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So
you do your public hearing minutes first. There's really no one for public comment, so.
So we had a public hearing last month over the grant for the USDA to assist with purchase of a new police vehicle and a new town truck. I'm just approving the minutes. Do they all have a copy of that, or is it just...
Everybody should have
Okay.
a copy, yes.
If you guys want to take a chance to look over that real quick. Now, John will still need to be the one that signs there, right?
Yeah, you can sign
Okay.
it. Just mark out council president. Because he's not here.
So I guess we need a motion to approve the minutes.
Yes.
I'll do that.
And I'll second.
Okay, thank you. And I'll pass that to you. You can sign it. And then the resolution of transfers next, I'm guessing.
No, do your regular meeting minutes.
Okay.
You have to call a motion on that you have to vote.
Okay. So go ahead and take a look over last month's meeting minutes. I feel like last month we went really long.
We really didn't. We were
didn't?
only here an hour.
Maybe it was the month before that. Then.
It was a month
Okay.
before that. If it gets really quiet in here, you'll hear this hard drive and it sounds like someone's snoring.
Oh, fun. So his little mic will pick up snoring the whole
It
time.
will
They'll be
sound like
oh,
that.
somebody's
No, I'm serious.
snoring in the crowd the whole night.
Yeah. And that toilet is... I have a ghost. I don't even know. There was some other weird noise in here earlier today, and Jason was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "There is something in the ceiling." I don't know.
Speaking of the ceiling, they don't have any leaks in their area, do they? That roof looks real bad.
No, does it on that side?
Yeah. My window is like right there, and I'm like, that roof looks like it's...
The roof on this part looks good.
Yeah,
So it
it's
must be
just...
that little add-on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't look great, so
Okay.
we might have to deal with that eventually. Questions, concerns, comments about last month's meeting minutes?
As far as I remember, it's okay.
Yeah, right.
Looks good to me.
So I'll make a motion to approve those.
Okay.
Barbie goes second.
Yeah, because he can't. I'll second. That's for first and second, all nothing.
He can second.
Oh, I can't even though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
We'll have to keep talking back and forth.
Have to work this out.
Okay.
I wouldn't say.
Barb, what's your last name again?
Light Gable.
Light Gable. Okay. I was like, I knew it, I just couldn't think of it.
Let me spell it for you because it's not easy to spell either.
L-I-G-H-T-G-A-B-L-E?
Nope. L-E-I-T.
E-I-T.
G-A-B-E-L.
Okay, yeah.
Not at all. What do you think?
I've known her for years and never known how to spell it.
They used to put an ing in there somewhere. Somebody did.
Okay. Any old business other than the Title IX stuff here? Title VI?
Title 6. Yeah, we do need to do that. Going down this list, obviously everyone's seen the awning.
Fantastic.
It looks so good.
It does.
I'm really thrilled.
And it went up right after the meeting last?
Yeah, it was like a day or two after that, yeah. I went on the election ordinance, I filed that with the new county clerk last week. She really wasn't sure what she was supposed to do with it yet, but I've done my due diligence and it has been filed. It was her first week in office, so that's, I get it. And then you can do that.
Okay, so one thing we've been working on is the Title VI and Title IX ADA stuff for the
NDOT.
community crossings and essentially it's just us updating.
What
they're going to cover.
So
Go ahead.
okay, so the Title IX is a non-discrimination plan, or it's Title VI. I'm sorry, I always say 9.
Yeah.
It's a Title VI. It's a non-discrimination plan that, as a community, we will be inclusive and we will not discriminate against people for disabilities, and we will provide accommodations and things like that. So that's basically what the Title VI is.
Okay.
And then the ADA plan is the accessibility plan. That is to show how we as a community are trying to be a more accessible community. We had to...
Essentially how we're meeting Title VI requirements.
how we're doing that. So it goes to having enough handicapped parking spaces, having accessibility into our public spaces. If someone were in a wheelchair,
ramps.
the curb ramps come into play there. If we had traffic signals, it would be about having the right pedestrian, like the talking signals, but we don't have any of those. So it's been a giant group effort between Andrea,
It's been fun.
myself, Cody. We've come together to like that. Jace has gone out and counted sidewalks and measured, and then we had to rate our sidewalks. I chose to rate them as excellent and as poor, because really our one strip down Central Street that we poured with the 2018 community crossings, that's the only sidewalk that I consider in town to be continuous, excellent sidewalk. The rest of them, you might have a small section here and there, but really the rest of them are not baby stroller friendly.
Yeah. It's
and
like walking an
whatnot.
obstacle
Yes.
course.
So that was the simplification of that process. This is to be filed with NDOT, and what I've run into is I've called the ADA coordinator for NDOT. When I was trying to get all this going last year, she never called me back. She did email me. It took her weeks to email me. I tried to email her. This was supposed to be in by the end of the year, but I wanted to adopt it at this meeting since we weren't quite done at the last meeting. So I tried to contact them last week. Her email bounced back that I was blocked. In doing some searching online, I cannot find her as a state employee anymore, so I imagine that that's been shut down. So I found another contact for a new ADA coordinator. I assume I left a voicemail there yesterday or Friday, I can't remember, and I sent an email, and I have not gotten anything back from them yet. So I am trying to get all this worked out, but it's not been easy. But you guys need to formally adopt. If you want to read those, they're about 30 pages apiece.
We trust you.
And we did have an ADA plan on file that we did in 2013. Thank you to Becky for finding it. And then I was able to find the signature page. And there's a copy of that that's in the center. We have to provide the original plan as well.
Okay. So knowing a lot of the stuff that went into this, I'm going to make a motion to approve.
And I'll second it.
today is what, the 10th, 9th, 10th?
It is the 10th, yeah. Don't forget to call all in favor.
All in favor say
Aye.
okay. All opposed.
Huge load off.
I thought I was going to go crazy changing Rosedale on every, and then like, okay, there's 2 pages here that are
We have to
book.
sign.
Yeah, you'll.
And there's nothing in that one to sign.
Yeah, this one is just.
Yeah. That's just, they go together. So, but,
Peanut butter and jelly.
yeah. Cody put some nice pictures on the front of the ADA plan, though. I mean, he did a nice job of making
very
it look
good.
pretty.
Just,
Fancying it up. Yeah, Andrea's worked on it, I worked on it, Cody worked on it, I worked on it again today, and got some of the last final stuff done in there, and it's been a journey. And hopefully I can reach the ADA coordinator, and I can send those to her.
This is nothing to sign, so, yeah.
and then like the back section of that is the scoring of how the other town had done it.
Mm-hmm.
I figured once
Yeah,
we
once
get
we
into
get it
like a
in,
nicer weather,
yeah, then we
we
can
could
go
actually
through
go through and
do
use
a little
that.
more of that, yeah. Because they're supposed to update that, I believe it's every 5 years was my understanding, but I really wanted to talk to someone. And
Yeah.
that's kind of been the struggle.
I feel like that's the struggle every time we run into any issues. There you go now.
Thank you. The only other old business is community crossings. I talked to Katie today. She's the engineer on the project right now since Brian Fleck left HWC. And she's working on our pre-bid documents. And so we have to have everything in place in 4 months. So we got the grant approved like December the 10th or the 9th, so we're a month in, so we have to get on that. So I would imagine in March we'll be opening documents for bids.
Have we heard anything from Christy
On stormwater, I actually...
No, she said she'd probably know early, that's why I asked.
I have not. We have our IFA financing is in place for the part that we would have to finance on that. They have approved and agreed to that. I did get a letter of approval from them. I just talked to Christy earlier today about something else, and I don't think that I don't think she knows. I don't think we'll know until the end of February. So.
Okay, cool.
But she is very, very confident. And when Carol and I did a walkthrough with the Okra rep, she was very confident as well. So, pretty confident in that one.
Any other old business? Okay. On to new business then. Do you want to take care of the resolution first?
Yeah, you
then?
can do that in
Okay.
new business.
So we have resolution 2023-1, transfer of 2022 appropriations. The following transfers are necessary for the 2022 budget appropriations. I will pass this down. It's just transfer of
It
money.
just makes any negatives positive from other categories in the general fund and MVH. Like if you run a little short in office supplies, but you had extra in gas utility, it just evens it out.
Yeah.
So it's just all computer generated.
Float around.
That just makes sure we don't go into our annual financial report with any negatives.
Do you want me to sign this, or we sign it now, or?
You have to make a resolution. You have to make a motion to approve.
Well, Becky, then I'll hand it to you. You make a...
You make the motion to approve, I'll second.
Okay, and we'll do it that way then. After you see it. Then I'll make
It's not
a...
like the IRS is going to come tracking you down for making a motion. Maybe.
We'll keep it in order. Yeah. I think Becky made it
We're
last
following the
time.
rules, Kevin.
I know.
I will
We're
make
taking
a...
turns. It's like a tennis match up there.
I know.
I will make a motion that we approve.
It's a teeter-totter.
Okay, Barb's making a motion.
I'm making a motion, Becky got to approve.
I'm seconding it.
Okay. Then we'll all sign.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. All opposed? Okay, nobody opposes. Great.
It's all good.
We're just rolling through this meeting.
We are. We didn't talk about this. We'll go back to old business for a second. Kevin and I both have done paperwork on the USDA grant for the vehicles, and that looks pretty promising at this point in time. He had a couple different options. I need John to sign this tonight, so I'll have to hunt him down in the morning. We really like the third option of the $61,500 grant.
It'll either be that or 50,000.
It'll either be that or 50,000.
Yeah.
Because we're looking at a sum total to buy both vehicles at 111. Pretty
All I know
pricey.
is the two that I've got before for the fire department. When he filled that out, that's what we got.
So yeah, we're pretty positive on this one.
Yeah.
So that one feels pretty good.
That the municipality that's concerned about or considering the vehicle, they are just waiting for me to tell them we got the grant, and it'll get us something in writing.
Yep. So
You're gonna hopefully get those to him tomorrow.
yes, he was supposed to be here tonight. I talked to him yesterday because I told him I needed his signature.
Yeah, as soon as he gets those, we're probably
Yeah.
2 to
Everything
2.5
else is
weeks
done.
out
So
from an
yeah.
answer.
Yeah. So that was old business.
Any other new business this month?
I do not think I have any new business.
Any new business for you ladies?
I don't think so.
No, I just asked about the alley for the
The trail.
trail. That's the only thing I asked about. Now settled that up. So
We'll go to department reports.
Okay, well, we will move on to department. Water sewer.
We generated 94 penalties last month. We did not do any tags or shut-offs with the cold weather and the holidays. Couple things about water and wastewater. I haven't talked to Rob. I don't think he's having any problems, and Jace hasn't said anything either. Over Christmas Eve, when it was really super cold, whatever day that was, the water tower line did freeze. Jason and Gary both called me, and they wanted to know if anyone was calling that they didn't have any water in the subdivision. No one was calling, and we were assuming everyone had water, and the tower was showing good. It had like plenty of feet, like 91 feet. I do think that at one point we need to talk to Gary. Someone needs to talk to Gary, and we need to do something different. There's where the valves are and everything. All we do is put a little space heater in there in the winter to try to keep those, and it freezes almost every single year, and it's like the worst possible time. And most water towers, ours is really strange. Gary said most water towers almost have like a little shelter building over that. They have like a little bit of a different setup. So I do think that it is. I mean, from being like the person that gets called and Jace getting called, like we're the ones that like, okay, we can't have like no water on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So it's kind of stressful. So I do think in the future we really need to kind of consider making a change up there on that. Jace did run around and shut off like a ton of people that had some pipes break and things like that. We encourage people, I'm saying this because people watch this on YouTube, we encourage people to use their whole house shut off, and if they do not have one and they have a plumbing problem, they should consider installing one, because it's hard for him to get around to everyone, getting called at midnight on Christmas Eve and stuff like that. We understand that things happen, but whole house shut off is crucial. So,
Question about something there. The South Pump House.
yes.
I heard they don't know that it's a pump problem, it's an electrical problem.
Yeah, there's been discussion about it being an electrical problem, and I was going to call Sycamore on that. I was quite honestly waiting for Sycamore's bill to come in to see what they charged us down there to do that, because I'm contemplating maybe us doing something different, because
Is it not working at all still?
It's not working at all, and it does need attention, and that note is on my desk. I got the Sycamore bill. It is on those bills, I believe. It was about $4,700 to replace that pole down there, which honestly I didn't think was terrible.
To replace what?
The pole
Oh, down there on
at the south lift
on
station.
the lift station.
On the lift station. But then makes me question the $5,000 I spent on the power that they did at the siren. So I'm a little, because that was more of an emergency thing down there, and I expected it to come in more than work like that. So I think I'll give him a call and talk to him, and then see if I can get him down here, because I know really how I felt. Does that make sense? So, but
I
yeah.
just know we used it. I think when we went to Vigo County, we used it one night, and then we went back to use it again.
Yeah, and they
The
don't
guys
think it's,
called me and said they couldn't get it to work.
yeah, they don't think it's the pump. They think it's electrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
what
won't-
Gary
it
and
won't start
Jace
it.
think. So let me put a note on that, and I'll try to get that going. But that's what I was waiting for, and I told Gary and Jace that. So I wanted to see what that came in at, because I felt a little uncomfortable having to do some more work till I really knew.
Gotcha.
You know of anything for street department?
I don't think so.
Nothing with park.
I do have something to say about the park.
Oh, okay.
We had a discussion not too long ago about park grants and things like that.
Okay.
And so I'm just putting this out there and waiting to get the information from Christy. She called me about something else earlier today. If we want to apply for like DNR park grants and things like that, we have to form a park board. So Christy has all the information. She's done that for a lot of communities. She's going to send that over. She said basically you have to, say you're going to form a park board, and then you have to have so many members. I usually use a community member, council member. It becomes a little bit of a different setup for all of that. And then we have to do it by the mid-November, and then we could apply for grants with them in 2024. And she said that she can develop a 5-year, they require you file with them a 5-year master park plan with the DNR, and it's good for so many years. And if we wanted her to develop a plan for us, it would be about $500. She said it's really pretty simple, but it does open up a lot more opportunities, like Mecca and their beautiful new park up there.
It wasn't
That
a
was
couple
all-
$1 million park that
That's
they
a
got
really
grant-wise?
expensive park, yes, but she got a lot of she got a lot of matching funds for that grant from like the community foundation and things like that. So I do think that that's a worthwhile look to kind of go in that direction, especially if we ever want to,
Definitely think that's
try to acquire that
worthwhile.
one space and do something cool like a splash pad. Just saying.
This may not be in that, but what about the lights? Has anyone checked in about the lights?
I haven't checked into the lights.
Okay.
I like the purple.
They are quite catchy.
I don't think it's any less bright out there.
No, I don't know why they're purple, but I know Carol did send me that thing about them being defective, and I'm like, I don't know if they're defective or I don't know. So
I've noticed along 40 there between like the 46 before you get to Rose Hallman and before you get to Park or Fruit Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple that are like that, and I'm like, well, they must be going out, or it must be.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. But I do think that in the ADA plan and the ADA compliance, that if we do any additional equipment at the park, we do need to think about something that is accessible.
Well, it'll have to be.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
reading. Like it, even
We considered our public facilities in that plan to be this building, the police station, and the park.
Yeah.
Because the wastewater and like the water buildings, those are not public facilities. Jace's, the town garage is not, I didn't consider it to be a public facility because really no one's going in and out. So we just consider these three. And so the park was something that we do have. The parking lot over there, I'm not sure if we have a designated handicap space over there. I want to say that we do, but I'm not really sure. But I will have Jace check tomorrow because I was actually going to have him check that the other day. Write myself a note. So, I guess that's just a thought.
fire?
Well, they had 2 fire runs that were mutual aid with tanker assistance, and they had 5 med runs, so it was a total of 7. And Kevin did give me a total of the runs for the whole year.
Ah.
Would you like to have those?
Sure.
I'm going to pass those down. And I believe there's a breakfast Sunday morning.
Breakfast Sunday.
What day is that?
The 15th? Right.
Yes.
And everybody should be hungry because there wasn't a breakfast in December.
I know, I was like really looking forward to it in December. I was like, oh, that sounds great. And then,
Well, with the holidays and people gone for vacations and everything going on, we just decided to give everybody a break.
Well, a lot of churches have had breakfast
Yeah,
that
there's a lot of
morning
things
too.
going on around then. So we'll be fired up Sunday morning bright and early.
And Kevin, will you, before you leave tonight, will you give me Scott Fetter's number? I have a couple of insurance questions for him. I don't think I have it, and you told me that he does that, right?
Yeah, he pretty much handles paying our bill for that.
Okay, all right. Natalie Decker has revised one of the. She's the insurance rep from RT. She's revised the accident and sickness bill that I had questions about. That was not our entire bill. I'm glad I didn't pay it. And
That should be,
because if she had, and then she sent me. When she sent me the package for the fire department last year, Lori broke it down into what it was. She sent me a total package price. She was going to split that out today. She said she would get it to me tomorrow. She said that she had in her notes that were passed down that I was supposed to pay 33%, or you guys were paying 33% of all of it, and I was paying 66%. So I don't know. So
Of what?
we're still of the insurance, and so that's why I need to know what he's paid. You know what I mean? So
all that I know that we've ever paid is on the building and contents and that kind of stuff.
and the equipment you said outside of vehicles,
Yeah,
the
stuff
Ranger.
like our tables and chairs, contents of the building.
Right. But you said that yesterday when you and I were talking, you said that I was supposed to pay on the vehicles.
Yeah, I think, I'd have to double check with George, but I think loose equipment's covered under something different.
Right.
But
So-
that accident and sickness policy,
And that I pay that.
half.
Yes.
The township pays the other half.
Right.
Because I went through and I got the township contract in my car and I reread it.
Okay.
And it says accident and sickness, they pay half and the town pays half.
Well, they bill Lyford. The problem is they bill Lyford and that together. So I think what happens is I end up paying a third, and she ends up paying 2/3. I think it's weird. So that's another one because what she sent me didn't really make sense after she billed me, but it was less, so I just paid it.
No,
So I think it's all super confusing. So I don't know if Scott and I and her need to sit down together to make sure we're all caught up. And I asked her what the umbrella policy was for, and she's like, I don't know what we're talking about. And I'm like, okay, that was on last year's. So I'm just been going back and forth with her on the fire department insurance.
I'll just send this number.
Okay.
cemetery.
We had one burial last month, and I think that's about it. So
Okay.
that did a little bit last week out there, but
Police department looks like they had 3 citations, 2 warnings. Properties. No, we were still waiting on cleanup for the.
did you have any luck, Kevin, getting a hold of him about that house over there?
I try about the burn house.
Mm-hmm.
I tried Terry's number a couple times and he never answered.
Okay.
No, I didn't leave a message or nothing.
Okay. Do you want me to just draft a letter and send it to the property tax holder?
Yeah, we really need to talk to her anyway.
Right. Let me see what I can come up with her. I'll see if I can get a number for her.
I could stop and ask Steve and Tina if they have her phone number, but I don't know how that goes over since they've been divorced forever.
Mm-hmm.
Since her and Rick's been divorced. But.
Yeah. I got a question.
If I haven't run across, well, I wonder, Heather's probably got it, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Heather would have it.
And I just seen Heather tonight at her mom's house right before I left.
Yeah, I'd say Heather would have it for sure.
I can try to
She would
track
be
it.
the one to answer the questions, I'd say. I still think we need to go over and talk to this guy in Bob Ingram's old house about the trash in the back of the pickup truck. Literally the day after last month's meeting, we talked about it in the meeting, and I was walking over to Kim Justin's house because she locked her keys in her car. That's not exactly true, but anyway, I was walking over there to tell her she could get in the house, to get her keys out. I made a phone call for her because she locked her phone in a house, and all that trash was gone. All of it was gone. That morning after the meeting, like, all of it was gone. And Kim said the same thing, because she came in here, and she's like, Natalie, we got to do something about that trash across the street. I'm like, I know, we do. And then when I was walking over there, it was all gone. She's like, when I got home, I'm like, I know, it's all gone. But it's all, like, full again. So they clearly don't have trash service or something. It's gross.
I'll look at it. We might just send them a letter.
Yeah.
Maybe not an affidavit, but just have draft up a quick note, and I'll sign it and send it to them.
Yeah.
Seems like that seems to get sometimes never
Yeah,
action.
and we've done pretty good with the
talk to
certified
people.
letters. So, yeah.
Then Natalie, we are on to you.
Okay, so I'm starting to clear out. I'm starting to do year-end stuff. Annual financial report will be due. Starting to close out. The resolution for the transfers helps me start the closeout. I have talked to the new auditor's office since we have a new auditor. I had asked the past auditor. We had trouble getting wheel tax money. I think I've mentioned that before. She didn't pay us for a whole year on wheel tax. We're supposed to get it every month. Then she paid us for a whole year at one time. And then she did pretty good sending us monthlies. And then I didn't get anything from September to current. So I had emailed her office and said I hadn't received anything. Nobody called. Nobody responded. I tried to call. Nobody responded. I got a check from her, from the past auditor. Got a check from her for $379 and some change, stating that it was for September through December wheel tax. Got that last week. Well, we typically get around $400 a month. So for that to be for a quarter, I was a little confused. So I gave him a week. I gave him a week up there, and I called down there yesterday, and I talked to a really nice lady. She's like, it's my second week, and I was like, I know, everybody's new. I said, I get it, and I said, I'm not upset. I just want somebody to look at this. I want somebody, and she said, well, we just processed December's. She said, and you're getting $500 for December. And I was like, okay, well, her memorandum on the last one said that was September through December. I'm like, so if that's December, then I'm going to assume that was September, so where's my October and my November? And so she said, oh, well, let me see. So then she did contact me right back. She was really nice. She emailed me right back. She said, okay, we've located all this stuff. And she gave me the amounts, and they're processing all of that to get that all caught up. So that makes me happy, and to know that they're getting that straightened out in the auditor's office. I don't really think I have anything else.
Okay, on to public comments.
Don't all speak at once.
Yay, nothing. Okay.
Not too much public here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Motion to
guy.
pay bills.
I think that's about it.
I'll make the motion to pay the bills.
And I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
I think we might have been out of here in record time tonight, 35 minutes.
Woohoo!